Thank you very much.
Black Asian Minority Ethnic BAME Students Officer. The BAME Students Officers represent the views of students at York who self-define as BAME, which is including but not limited to students of African, Asian, Arab and Latin American heritages. They campaign within the union, university and in wider society, promoting equality for BAME students and celebrating the diversity of culture within the student body at York. They also lead the BAME Students Network and host regular social and campaigning events.
On 1350 AM and online, this is URY. I'm Chris Small and I'm interviewing one of the candidates for the BAME officer race, JJ. Hello, good evening, I hope you're well. I'm just going to start out by asking you why have you chosen to run to be BAME officer? Okay, thank you. So what has your experience of York been?
It's been interesting. I've met, some of the best people of my life, but then at the same time, I have met some people that in 2020 and 2021, I do believe are outliers. They've said things and they have done things that I believe that should not be tolerated at a university, and I believe that the BAME will provide the opportunity to address this.
So, apologies for any audio issues at the moment. We'll do our best to see if we can get them fixed for before the end of the interview. But JJ, what would be your biggest priority if elected?
My biggest priority is I want to transform the BAME officer into a network. I want to actually transform it into a platform that actively reaches out to BAME students and actively interacts with them. I want to make our presence known on the university campus. We're not just a hashtag. We're not something that just be spoken about in whispers. I want us to be loud and visible at all times.
Okay, so how will you go about making yourself as BAME officer and the rest of the network more visible on campus?
Well, firstly, we live in a realm of technology now. We've got Instagram, we've got Facebook. I want to transform it into an organization. I want to produce consistent content that consistently outreach to them. I want to interact with them, calls. I want to also start conversations through this platform. I think it's something that can be done very easily. It just needs to be done through organization and just the commitment to this cause, and I think it can be done.
That's all good. Has the pandemic sort of affected your decision making in deciding to go for the role, or deciding what goes in the manifesto? Has the pandemic changed anything?
No, not necessarily, because I don't think, regardless if there's a pandemic or not, just by producing active platform, it doesn't matter if there's a pandemic. If it functions well, you can still get your voices out there, regardless of COVID or not.
That is all good. So, if elected, what will you do to ensure better representation of BAME students across campus?
Well, firstly, everything kind of influences. Through this platform, I want to provide these BAME students with an ability to keep their voices up, actually provide them with a way of saying their stories completely uncensored, give them this platform. We're all students here, we want to know what we're going through. I think the problem is, it's always good, but I think the problem is when it comes to these type of roles, everyone wants to focus on the top down, kind of, everyone wants to address what, the staff and the chancellor and all that. But we kind of forget that the whole point of this is to represent the students. I want to approach them with this platform, through social media and all that type of stuff. I'd be like, what's your story now? What do you want? What do you want us to address? What do you want to talk about? How's your mental health doing? That type of stuff. It needs to be more student focused rather than these big, massive promises that, we're going to completely transform the syllabus. Even though that's a good thing, and we kind of forget who we actually trying to represent.
Sorry, we're out of time there, but that was all good. Thank you for coming on. Next
No,
up is Sarah Veal interviewing for the Women and Non-Binaries race.